Hello, this is Melody, the massage therapist, and this is Frank, and we're sharing with you Random Tips 3 GMV. My first tip was from my friend Martin, whom shall remain nameless. He said I needed to slow down and lower my voice. So I'm going to work on that, Martin. In Arizona, you don't have to water your Bermuda grass in the winter time. It goes dormant, and when I walk my dogs in the morning, I see people's sprinklers going for watering their Bermuda grass. I never say no to Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts when they're selling Scoutorama tickets or Girl Scout cookies. It's just a personal rule of mine. I gave blood today, and giving blood is giving life to those in need, and you have to be 16 to give blood, but you can give blood till you're 90. The lady at the blood bank said she's had 80 and 90-year-old people giving blood, but you don't necessarily start giving blood at 90. I wouldn't recommend that, but you have to weigh 110 pounds and be healthy to give blood. I heard from my client David that, he had read it in an article that 3 30-minute naps a week help reduce heart disease by 40%. And I told a heart doctor that once. He didn't really believe it, but I think I will stick to the nap theory. It's awesome. Naps are beautiful. If you have like a fancy coffee, okay, and this is coming from a non-coffee drinker, but this is just something I do when I make coffee for my Bible study group. If you have your fancy coffee and you have your less expensive coffee, you put a couple of scoops of your yummy coffee with a couple of scoops of the regular, less expensive coffee, and you still get that flavor of your good coffee. Should I be giving tips when I don't drink coffee? I think I just like being frugal and making it last longer. So try it. And if it doesn't work, if you don't like that tip, I'm so sorry. I guess you'll just have to not do it that way. Oh, by the way, it's been really fun when I hear great advice. I write it down and I go, I can't wait to share it. I hope it helps, all these tips. Oh, if you get a scorpion bite, okay, I can't remember if I heard this on Kelly and Ryan or if I heard it on Matthew and Priscilla. Those are my news sources. So if you get a scorpion bite, you cut an onion and you stick the onion right on your skin, and it helps reduce the scorpion sting. My cat is getting into my next tip. So this is like a question tip. You know how the grocery stores have the bins for recycling paper or recycling plastic bags? I kind of add other plastic to that recycling. So let me know if I'm doing the wrong thing. Like I add, you know how t-shirts come in plastic bags? So I add that plastic bag. Or your water bottles come with plastic around them. I kind of add that plastic too. Or your paper towel, plastic around your paper towels. And like your banana, the plastic around bananas sometimes. Or your FedEx bag. I wonder if these are recyclable. Will you let me know if they're not? Okay, what about kitty litter bags? Do you think they're recyclable? I've been recycling all of these things. What about the bags that candy might come in? Laffy Taffy. It was Easter. Anyways, those are just a few of the plastic bags that Frank is getting into. If your garbage cans, so in Phoenix, we have our recycle and our regular garbage. They get picked up on the same day. And I see the garbage cans so close together. They need to be 4 feet apart so that the garbage truck can get to the containers easier. Matthew and Priscilla are my morning radio DJs that I love to listen to on 96.9. And Priscilla had a tip that the number one reason why diets don't work is that people are not drinking enough water. So make sure that if you're on a diet, you're drinking your water. Oh, a selfie picture tip. Hold on, my client Nancy did this, where when you're taking a picture, I'm not good at taking selfie pictures, but you hold the camera with your fingers on both ends, and then you're able to, I'm not a good selfie picture, but anyways, watch, check it out. You're able to press right there and hold your fingers on each side of your phone if you have a smaller phone. Bigger phones, you wouldn't be able to do that. Thank you, Nancy, for that tip. Oh, when I bake brownies, I don't always have fresh oil. When you're baking brownies, you want to have fresh oil because old oil, you can taste the rancidness in it. So I use butter often. I'll add butter, I melt my butter, the same amount of butter as oil. When you're going to a hockey game, you want to dress warm. A hockey or a Disney on Ice event, anything where there's a cold arena. Sorry, I have a fur in my face. One of my clients, Victor, who passed away a couple of years ago, he had a beautiful singing voice, and he said that singing burns calories. If you sing for an hour, you can burn 600 calories. Oh, I asked a girl Kia, she works at the dry cleaners. Hi, Kia. If she wanted to help with any tips, and she said, go to the movies, even when your nails aren't done. I've heard that deep breathing throughout the day is really healthy for you. So you take deep breaths throughout the day, helps get oxygen to the brain, I have a feeling. Over the years, I've met people who have had physical therapy, or they're starting an exercise routine, and they try to do too much too soon, and they hurt themselves. So my theory is lighter weights, more repetitions. And if you're told to do 100 repetitions, sometimes that could set you up for failure. So try doing 5 repetitions or 10 repetitions. Doing something is better than doing nothing. I have a funny name for a title of a book. It really doesn't matter what color your socks are. What was the name? Does it really matter what color your socks are? Bottom line is, I don't think people really see our socks. So I heard that if you freeze limes or lemons like whole, that you can use them later. I actually haven't tried that one, but you never know. It might work. My friend, client Nancy, when she goes to the movie theaters and gets the tub of popcorn, if she has leftovers, she will take it home and put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze her popcorn. Popped popcorn. I have never heard of that. How cool is that? I have heard over the years inspiring people telling others to do what they love, do their passion, be happy, and oh my gosh, it's wonderful advice. It really is. My concern is you still need to put bread on your table. Okay, unless you're gluten-free. You still need to work hard. I hope you can do your passion and do it on the side if you can't make a living at it. Still do it, but make sure you're smart and live your dream while you're working too. Oh, I have these amazing green bags. When you get your avocados from the store and they're not ripe, you let them sit on the countertop for a couple of days till they feel a little soft. Put them in these green bags that you get at the store, like as seen on TV bags. That's where they are at, on those shelves. And then you put them in the green bag, put them in your crisper in your refrigerator. Oh my gosh, they last for a week or two in those green bags. I love those green bags. Oh. Vicks. If you have tight shoulders or a headache, you can put rub Vicks on your shoulders or on your temple for your headache, and it helps headaches go away. If you have a cornhole game and your bags are made out of real corn, keep them in your freezer when you're not using them, because if you don't, sometimes the corn will get bugs in it. Not that I know that from experience or anything. Yep. I have this great pillow. Where did my pillow go? Oh, here's my pillow. My goal in life is to be the kind of person my dog thinks I am. How beautiful is that? And you're listening to the radio and they say, hey, text stage to 200. Maybe try it. My friend Rosie and I get to go to Austin, Texas next week because I texted stage to 200. And they called me within the hour. And when you do enter contests, make sure you ask the rules, because Rosie and I have been playing contests for a couple of years now, and we enter and we never win. And then I was calling Matthew and Priscilla one morning, like 6 weeks ago, and I asked, how do you know when you win the text this word contest? And they said, well, they call you. Well, Dooley told me. He said, well, they call you. And I said, from what phone number? And he goes, I'm not sure what the phone number is, but it's from Ohio. And so, a few weeks later, sure enough, Cleveland, Ohio called me, and I had won a trip to the iHeart Country Music Festival. So Rosie and I get to go on a trip next week. So if there's ever contests that don't cost you anything, enter them. Why not? My final tip is kind of a messy one, and it's from Priscilla from the morning show, Mix 96.9. And actually I heard this a couple of months ago, and I had a fear of it. So sometimes when you're fearful of something, do it anyways. Try it. Okay, this was my fear. She had said she saw a lady on YouTube or somewhere that took ice and she rubbed it on her face for a minute, and you rub it and it helps with wrinkles. And you know what? I was seriously afraid of trying it. So I think the key is to have little pieces of ice. And you just rub it. Don't keep it in one spot at all, because you don't want to have an ice burn. And you just start rubbing your face with ice. I tried it for the first time 2 days ago. So we'll see if it helps my wrinkles. Anyways, I wish you well. I wish you joy and peace And may you try new crazy things like rubbing ice on your face to help with wrinkles. Be the blessing. Make the difference. Kindness starts with you. Have a beautiful day. Oh, the dog. That's Bubba. Bubba. Someone must be walking down the street and he's like, "You're not allowed to walk down the street." Anyways, be the blessing. Take care. Have a happy day. Bye-bye. I can't say goodbye yet. I thought of 3 more tips I wanted to share with you. I have plants in my windowsill, and there's these tiny little fruit flies that are attracted to it. So if you want to get rid of them, this doesn't get rid of all of them, but it helps get rid of some of them. You take water, drizzle it in a little cap from milk or a water bottle, and then you pour some sugar in it, and you set it on your windowsill, and the fruit flies are attracted to it. Like I said, doesn't get rid of all of them, but it gets rid of a lot of them. Another tip is, if you don't have time to exercise, how about 3 times a day you stop what you're doing and do like 1 minute to 3 minutes of jumping jacks or running in place or walking or stretching. Just 1 to 3 minutes of increasing your circulation. I hear it boosts your metabolism, and if you do that throughout the day, it can really help you feel better. My 3rd tip is when you're driving on the freeway and you see debris on the freeway, like tire treads. One time I saw a whole dish, like a satellite dish for your TV. You call 911 and you ask for the freeway 911, and you can report debris on the freeway. I love helping because it makes me feel like I'm hopefully making a difference if they're able to get the debris off the road. Alright, now I'm going to say goodbye. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.